Okay, again looking at Thursday's class, this question came up. The first part says state the perpendicular distance formula. The perpendicular distance formula says the distance from any point to a line can be given by the absolute value of ax1 plus by1 plus c all over the square root of a squared plus b squared, where a, b, and c are the coefficients in the equation of the line, and x1 comma y1 is the point. Okay, so that's the distance formula. The question says the point P, which has coordinates s comma t, is on the line x minus 2y minus 8 equals 0. The point P is also a distance of 1 unit from this line. I'll find the value of s and a corresponding value for t. Okay, the first piece of information says that s comma t is on the line x minus 2y minus 8 equals 0. That means that when I plug s in for x and t in for y, I should get 0. Note, I can solve for s there in terms of t. S is going to be equal to 2t plus 8, and that's going to be an important relation a little further down the road. Okay, that's my first equation. Second thing says P is also a distance of 1 unit from the line 4x plus 3y plus 6 equals 0. So I'm going to use my distance formula here. Here the distance is given. The distance is 1, so that's my d. So there's the first part. From the second part, my distance d, which we're given as 1, is equal to the absolute value of ax1. Well, a is the coefficient of x, and x1 is the x-coordinate of the point. So we're going to get 4 times s. Plus by1, well that's b here is 3, c is 6, so it's plus 3 times. And y1 is the y-coordinate of this point, that's t. Plus 6, which is plus c. The absolute value of all that, divided by the square root of a squared plus b squared. Well, a is 4, b is 3. The square root of 4 squared plus b squared plus 3 squared is 5. So solving there, we get the absolute value of 4s plus 3t plus 6 is equal to 5. So we have a little absolute value equation which I can break up into two parts. So we can say that 4s plus 3t plus 6 is either 5, because the absolute value of 5 is 5, or else that thing inside the bracket, which is 4s plus 3t plus 6, is equal to negative 5, because the absolute value of negative 5 would be equal to 5. I'm going to solve each of these kind of separately. Actually, you know, what I'm thinking here, maybe I should have done this in the last step, that s is 2t plus 8. So I can substitute that in there. I can substitute that in there. So 4 times 2t plus 8 plus 3t plus 6. Let me bring these two equations in together under the umbrella of just saying plus or minus 5. It's either plus 5 or minus 5. So multiplying everything out, 4 times 2t, that's 8t, plus another 3t, that's 11t. 4 8's 32, plus that 6, that's going to be 38, is equal to plus or minus 5. Which means 11t is equal to 38 plus or minus 5. So I'm going to solve each of those things. 11t is equal to 38 plus 5 would give me 43, or 11t is equal to 38 minus 5, which would be 33. Solving for t, t is either going to be 43 over 11, or t is going to be equal to 33 divided by 11, which would be 3. So there are my values for t. I also want to find a value for s. Well, we know that s is equal to double t and add 8. So the second one I might do first. So if t is equal to 3, s would be double t, 6, add 8, 14. If t is equal to 43 over 11, then s would be equal to double 43 over 11, which would be 83 over 11 plus 8. Okay. It says find a value of s and the corresponding value of t. So I'm just going to pick one of those. I'm going to say s comma t is equal 14 comma 3. That's a value for s and a corresponding value for t. Or I could use this one here either. Make that a single fraction and write it in coordinate form like that. Okay? So that's question 3.